a lot of people can't do that, and that's why I do that for my fans, so that I can empower them to be themselves. Just be yourself. We live only one time.
We're joking behind the scenes, and this question, I mean it somewhat comedically. Jessi, how are you?
Oh, I feel like
Perfect.
no, but I feel good today. No, listen, sometimes some days we feel good, some days we feel like that's the part of
So
life.
on the meter, are you on like a 1, like doing pretty good, or 10? Like,
On the side,
yeah,
10 being the highest.
10 being a lot of.
I am on today. I feel like a 3.
Oh wow, so that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
I mean, Jojo, when I walked in, the setting and just your vibe was just like really good. So I'm just like,
I got the.
yeah, and I peeked out his nails. I was like, yo, how where you get that? He told me it was he went to the nail salon and yeah.
My wife and daughter said, hey, we're gonna get our nails done. Will you drop us off? I'm like, how about I just go with you? And a year later,
Yep.
bam.
Yeah, look at him now.
Man. Okay, Jessi. Before you came in,
Mhm.
I asked a mutual friend about you. I said, describe Jessi for me, because
We have mutual friends.
I think he claims he knows you. I'll
He
tell you what
claims. I might not know him.
he's a buddy of mine named John Yang.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And I said, describe Jessi to me, because I'd never met you, And this is what he said. Listen to this, and I want your reaction. She's always been true to herself, and that's what made her different. And I think she's inspiring many who to be who they are, and showing other artists that it's okay to not fit into a certain way to be an artist, but they can be honest to themselves.
Right.
And then he said, and such.
Aw.
What's your reaction to that?
I mean, I know him personally. Like, he's always been such a big supporter, and he's always told me, like, just be you, Jess. Like, because I've always been authentic since
Right.
like starting this whole career, and like, it's good to know people who are so supportive, and like, like I said, like, I might not be a cup of tea for everybody, but like at the same time, like this, wow, that's like so
Isn't that
sweet,
crazy?
yeah. But he didn't mention I'm cool.
Maybe he said some other things. I just grabbed one
Oh.
quote. He said you were really, insane. So
Yeah, I could get insane. But like the thing about John is when I was going through a really terrible Europe tour, there was a situation where something happened. He was in LA and he was like, I didn't know what to do because a lot of people kind of screwed me over during that time, but I had to go on show. He was one of the guys who just like helped me out, called hotels for me, and done just so much more. And like he went out of his way to do so much. That's why like I appreciate him so much, because he like went out of his way. And I was in Europe and he was in LA, so literally I would just call him and I'll be like, oh my god, help me, and like those are the things that you appreciate. It's like that's just so much love.
That's gotta suck. You mentioned going on stage after something kind of not so good happens
Yeah.
to you, and then you go on stage and put on a show like it's
Oh
the
yeah,
greatest
you
day
got
of
it.
your
It's
life.
showtime. It's showtime. I mean, why would I? The thing is, for me, whether I'm sick, whether the stage is really small, the crowd is small, like it doesn't matter. It's if I see my fans, it's like another person. Like right before stage, I'd be like, but when I go on stage, it's like I see my fans and I get humbled.
Right.
When I see my fans and like it's just. It's something that it's like a different part of, I don't know. It's like when I'm on stage, I just become an animal and I become, it's the energy, and especially my fans are like my family. So when I see them, I'm like, I get all like girly and like, it's a really hard way to explain it. But like
I've been told it's almost spiritual.
spiritual.
Like, because some people tell me, after a great
I
show,
think-
I've been told that it's almost, at times, you don't even remember what you did. It's
You
so,
don't.
like,
You don't.
out of body experience. That's kind of what,
Right,
that's
right.
probably a better way to put
So like for me, when I'm like on stage, I'm not gonna lie, when I get off, I have no idea what the hell I said. But all I know is that when I'm there, it's me and my fans. So my engagement with my fans, obviously I'm gonna perform and sing and crack some jokes here and there. But
Right.
like the when I'm just on stage and I'm talking to my fans, like I don't know what I'm talking about. We're talking about life. We're talking about life. Like we're talking about life situations, and like I love giving them advice. Like real advice, not like I ain't trying to give my fans no pipe dreams. You know what I mean? So For me, it's just my fans are everything to me, and like that's why I think when I'm on stage, whether I'm sick, whether I'm tired or up or whatever, mentally not there, just another Jessi. So I say that my Korean name is Hyunju. So Hyunju, and then when I'm
Jeonju.
on stage, it's Jessi.
Gotcha.
I'm Jessi mode.
Hey, speaking of, I wanted to get your take on that. You're born in New York, grew up in Jersey,
Yes.
moved to South Korea when you're 15.
Yes.
How is New York City and Seoul similar, and how are they different? One thing I've noticed, I've been to Seoul twice, and this is no slam on New York because, I'm from the U.S., but Seoul is a massive city, and I don't see any trash. It is clean, clean, clean.
It's clean.
New York or L.A., we got filth. We got trash in our hallways.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
crazy.
listen. I mean, I don't want to sit
How?
here. I just came back from New York. Yeah, like
Rats.
I mean, listen. It depends on where you go, right?
Right.
Like, obviously,
Fair
it
enough.
depends on where you go, but like, yeah, I mean, in terms of like the garbage and stuff like that, it's a little bit insane out there. Like, it's but in Korea, everything, like even food wise, after you eat, everything's recycled. Like from food to plastic, everything you have to recycle. So it's obviously great for the
Yeah, I
environment.
went to a food place, and I had to get like my friend to go, what goes into what? Because there's more compartments to put
Right,
things
right.
in than in the U.S.
Right.
It's a serious thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's great for the environment. I mean,
Really.
it's just super clean. Like as soon as you get to the airport, like don't you just feel it just being clean?
Yeah.
The airport is like there's no filth, there's no like a little bit of dust. It's just super clean, and that's why for me, like being we're from America, right? Obviously, obviously a different culture, right? We live in it's different, but Korea is just very clean and just like everything, like even the interior is clean. Like everything's just like so aesthetically just so beautiful and like obviously there's pros and cons to everywhere, right? But like
Right.
in terms of cleanness, healthcare. I mean, if we're gonna go down that road, listen, healthcare, amazing, top notch over there. Like you get a little bit sick, you go to a doctor, they're gonna be right there for you. It's so
Here, maybe.
yeah, I mean, yeah, over here. But I mean,
Man,
it
okay.
is,
Yeah. Okay, let's talk music. New EP, PMS. What's the backstory of the title, the meaning, all that?
Well, PMS. You know what PMS is, right? I mean, you
yes.
have a wife, right? So,
Yeah.
yeah, PMS is pretty much very just my pretty mood swings. That's what it's shortened for. My acronym, Pretty Mood Swings. This album really just came about like when I first dropped my song Newsflash. I dropped that song and I felt like after we were gonna drop a single initially, and then I was like, you know what? Let me make a mini album, And then as we were making the mini album, I felt like it was all different kind of moods of me in the album.
Right.
So I was like, okay, now since I'm such a perfectionist, I was like, how am I gonna come with an album name? But it almost felt like it was all my mood swings in that album. Do you get what I'm saying?
Totally get it.
Yeah. So and then I'm like, but mood swings kind of sounds weird, so I added the pretty. So it's like my pretty mood swings. You know what I mean? Because people like look at PMS as like a negative thing sometimes, like people don't really talk about it. We're like, oh my God, you're not gonna tell your wife like, are you PMSing? Like you're not.
Unless I want to get hit in the face.
Yeah, or you're gonna get a divorce or something. You know what I mean? Just kidding, but it's very like not a negative thing, but it's tabooed on, right? So people don't really talk about it. But for me, I thought that it was such a relatable thing. I'm a woman, where we all have mood swings, and it shouldn't be like a negative thing, We're all humans. We all go through different types of emotions. And I feel like that's what's all in my album. Like all different types of moods. Like it goes from like, let's say like me just being a bad,
Right.
one just kind of like, like more sentimental. One's more like talking about a breakup. And one's like, I love you. And one's like, so, and then one's like, yeah, I'm back, So it's kind of like a lot of moods. And I just felt like that was like the perfect fit for this album. It just made sense for me. It just came to my head like that.
And that's the song Newsflash. You said something. You said when you wrote it or released it, it felt like you exhaled after holding your breath for a while.
Oh yeah,
That seems like a deep statement,
I mean, for me with Newsflash, when I was kind of on a, what's the right word for this? Not hiatus. Just I was for a year. Yeah, for a year I took a break. there was a lot of misunderstandings and stuff like that, right? And for me, like, I really like was at home and like really like thinking about a lot of stuff in life, just growth and just, I'm human, we all live and learn, but I think that was a time when I really had to focus on myself and my health and just mentally and just like the surroundings, my surroundings and stuff like that. But when we created Newsflash, I felt like I had to go into the booth and, what better way is there to do it than to make a song about it, right? How I feel. And I kind of wanted to make a song, but also very, very fun in a way, but also, talking about how I felt at the moment, at that time.
And this whole album is just kind of,
Yeah.
I think most albums that are really good albums are kind of snapshots in time of
Right.
the artist. And I guess
Right.
this certainly
Right.
falls into that category. Right?
And, at the end of the day, like, as a musician, like, our music is our diary, right?
True.
And so we're like writing. That's why I love being an artist is because there's obviously pros and cons of being an artist, but you can express yourself, right? And that was the first time I think Newsflash was in a sense where I was able to really express myself in that moment of how I felt. So I think Newsflash is still one of my favorite songs, and that's obviously the lead song, but like that's what really just kind of, it felt like a breath of fresh air for me. When I dropped that, I was like, I could finally say
like
something.
This chapter is,
Yeah.
moving on to this.
Yes, exactly.
About confidence and just, individuality,
Yeah.
Is that the most, or is that the most important song of your career to date, or would Newsflash be, or another?
No, I think Newsflash led to this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Newsflash led to me being able to bring myself back up and to also to drop an album. So Newsflash was kind of like I told you, I took a year off and I had a lot of thinking to do and just like, okay, just it was a lot going on. But like after I dropped Newsflash, I felt like I was able to kind of sleep at night a little bit because I got to express how I felt. And after that, I was like, that's how PMS came together, because that was like the first song. Like, imagine if I had dropped like Girls Like Me first. That would have been like crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, this was actually the first time I was able to express my feelings at the moment, like my emotions and my feelings and just whatever I wanted to say in a song. Like all my other songs, they're just pop records to, empower women and like just like being a badass. But this one was more, I think, personal to me in a sense.
This album is the definition of, because some albums can be, speaking of pop, all genres.
Yeah.
Rock, country.
Yeah.
Kind of manufactured. This is the formula.
Yes.
This is the exact opposite of that.
Yeah. Overall, the music, this album has all different types of genres, and I think that my fans are gonna love it. They've never seen really this side of me, and I always kind of focus on making a lot of pop records, like just like pop, like ear popping, like ear, like it's got to be in your ear, But
Right.
like I think this time around, I try to kind of put more expressions and how I feel at the moment, like my life right now, how I feel. Like that's why, for example, I have a song called "Marry Me." Like "Marry Me" is just a very like a sentimental part where right now I do want a family, I want to get married, I want to have children, and I think that's something that I'm feeling at this moment. So there's a song called "Marry Me," and it's like very like, I think my fans will really appreciate it, because my fans know I'm always like, guys, if you guys know, like when I'm on stage, I'm like, guys, if you guys know any guys, like let me know. And like, so me and my family, like my fans, like really know like me. So what you see is what you get. I'll tell you how it is. I'm like, I'm not the type of person, like if I have a boyfriend or something, like obviously I'm not gonna like go like public unless it's like not unless it's serious, but like I'm not the type to show my personal life like that. But I'm really looking for a boyfriend. I'm looking for a soulmate, and that's like something that I really, really, really want right now at this time.
No names required. I do not pry. None of my business. But is there a person you're debating on playing this song for?
I mean, if you hear the song, it's kind of too direct. It's like, "Will you marry me?" It's like it's a little too much. But however, no.
If you ever play that song for someone, it's
I think
It's serious.
I think it's too direct because the song is very, very direct. It's like, take me to church, make me yours at the altar. Like, it's literally like, marry me. So it's kind of like, I think it's too like in your face.
Why is it? No. Why it's? Is it
I
wrong
mean,
to be in your face with that?
Actually, no. Nowadays I think it's like, how they say that, like, double standard. They say like guys should propose, like, to. I mean, a guy should though. Guys should.
Right.
It's weird for a woman to go down on their knees, but you can, because I know someone, actually a friend of mine who is a female, and wouldn't marry, like wouldn't propose. So she's like, you know what? I'm gonna marry this. I'm gonna propose to him. And then after she proposed to him, he like got up. He got up and he just like took the ring and proposed to her.
So it's now they're married.
Yeah,
that's kind
they're
of
married.
Cool.
So I guess he just wasn't. Sometimes you got to share them. Like, for her, she wanted to get married. I'm sure he wanted to get married as well, but he just didn't know, like, maybe how to go about it. I don't know. It's a weird story, but I heard it. I was kind of like, But you know what? Look how they turned out. Now they're married. Like, I don't think it matters at this point in this day and age.
It 100% doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I think you do it how Jessi wants to do it.
Yeah. But listen.
Play that song.
But the thing is, I'm still kind of like old school. So it's like, I would want a guy to propose to me instead of me proposing to them. That's kind of like funny. That's kind of crazy.
Hey, with an album, are you thinking about, touring? I don't know your thoughts. Some people love, some people hate,
Look, touring, this is kind of like one of the things that I have, like, I've been saying this before. I said this before, but before I die, right, and I retire, and like, my legs don't work, my back don't work, my voice, I don't know, just the moment that like I shut down and break down, before all of that, I want to see all my fans in all countries. Like, that's like I wouldn't say like a bucket, it's my wish list, because I feel like I'm literally, like, I know that my fans know this, but like, I feel like I owe them so much, you know what I mean? And like, I feel like when I see my fans, like, everything disappears. All my stress disappears, and like, I feel like I just, I look at my Instagram and just, all my social media accounts, and like, I see them from all different countries, and like, I can't go I can't go everywhere, right? But like, I do want to have a tour, and just, I really want to see all of them. Like, I really do. Like, that's like my wish list. I know it's like, is that a crazy wish list?
No, I think it's a natural, it's a normal, usually an album, you want to express it with the music release, but you also want to
engage.
See people interact.
Yeah, I want to see their face. And like, the thing for me is, like, for me, I think everything that I do, like, even music, social media, all that stuff, for me, I gotta meet them. Me, I'm the type of person, when I do an interview, sometimes I did a Zoom call. You don't get, the vibe is different.
Agreed.
Like, I'd rather be in person and see their face, look at their eyes, and like, yeah, like that. But you know what I mean? It's more intimate and it's real.
Zooms are, I get it. Sometimes I do a lot of interviews with, somebody's in another country.
Yeah.
And it makes it possible.
Yeah.
But that being said, there's a delay. Sometimes there's a tech issue.
Yeah. So it doesn't feel real. It's not as real. And for me, like, I feel like my personality is more like, you can feel my energy, like, in person. So like, for me, like, I just, when I see my fans, like, I don't know, like, I start crying too. I don't know. It's just, it's like so weird. Like, it's not weird, but it's weird because I cry all the time. Like, I'll be like seeing anyone, if they cry, I cry. Like, but like, I'm supposed to be like the role model, be like, no, you are bad. Don't cry. But I'm like crying at the same time. So, I mean, like, I just appreciate my fans, and I'm grateful for them. They've been just sticking by me through thick and thin, like, whether I'm perfect or not. Like, obviously I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect, but we're just a family, and they like love me for who I am. Not just for my music, but I feel like we have like a different, like, a connection, because I think maybe it's my personality, they can relate to me. Like, I'm like their big sister,
That makes sense when you think about it.
And like, ever since I was a kid, I grew up with 2 older brothers. I always wanted to be a older sister. Like, I wanted to. That's why if you see me like with like people who are like younger than me, like, I treat them like my little sister.
That's
so
kind of cool.
Yeah, like, cause I grew up with 2 older brothers. You know how that's like. I mean, it's like you just getting bullied by them all day, but it's out of love.
Right.
However, I got tough love. But I appreciate that. That's how I feel like I am where I am today because of my brothers, and my family.
And when we talk about touring, and I'm looking for like some funny or interesting stories with these questions, but looking over your performances, your live performances over years, what do you consider your best performance ever? Like everything was just about perfect, and then the complete flip. What do you consider your worst? Everything went straight to absolute hell.
Listen. I'm going to tell you this. Every show, because I'm such a perfectionist, when I mean that, I'm like what's a word? Like, I don't want to call myself like psycho, but
overthinker?
No, I'm a overthinker of an overthinker.
Oh,
like
gotcha.
I am literally insane when it comes to my craft. For me, when I'm on stage, wherever I go, I'm like, damn, I wish I would have done more of this or more of that. So
there's no perfect show.
No, they're all perfect.
Oh, they're all perfect.
Yeah,
gotcha.
because for me, as long as I saw my fans, that's it. That's all that matters.
Okay.
Sometimes there would be a time where I was in Europe, my voice was completely gone. And, we were actually supposed to cancel the show, but I decided to just go on. And I said, hey, listen, my voice is but I'm here with you guys. You guys waited online. You guys were here for me. I'm gonna put on a show. And also my voice came back.
Oh, whoa. Like a,
yeah. They just gave me this energy, and I'm like, listen, start seeing all these high notes, and like, I don't think there's a best or a worst. I guess there's situations that was kind of unfortunate in a sense where like the production side was not like, a lot of miscommunication. But in terms of best and worst, there was none of that.
It's funny. I've heard stories, and I've heard one guy told me he fell off the stage and the mic went in his throat. Like wild stuff. So that's good.
Wait, whoa!
I know, like
okay. See,
that's
look,
crazy stuff.
See, look. I will say one thing. My fear is to fall on stage. Like that's mad embarrassing for me,
dude. And some of those stages are high.
Yeah,
too.
But so me, because I'm such a perfectionist, I always think I'm like, okay, there's stairs. I'm going to hold it so tight. So I'm an overthinker. So I always prepare myself for the worst. So thank God, I never fell.
Dang.
So I've never had those kind of situations. But one time there was a time where I hit the mic in my mouth really, really hard. But what I do is, because I'm very a pro in that sense, I'm like, and I would turn around and then I just get myself back together. But in terms of like those kind of issues, I never had those,
That's okay. Gotcha.
Hopefully, what? Matter of fact, I don't want a big stage. Like, let's keep it real simple. Like, I don't want no like steps. Steps are cool, but like, I don't know, man. Like,
I get you. Yeah. All right. Some random questions. What is it like, if this is true, what's it like having an IQ of 137?
Who the hell said that?
Somebody, do you not have an IQ of 137? I don't. So.
First of all, I'm not Einstein, okay?
No, that doesn't mean you're...
No, where did you get that information, though?
The internet doesn't lie. Or maybe it does. Okay.
They do lie.
What is a lyric of yours that still gives you chills?
Of my own lyrics?
Yeah, one of your own lyrics. What lyric of yours? And you can give me another artist in this.
No, I think what gives me chills is my new song, Girls Like Me, right?
What lyric comes to mind there?
Yeah, curse. Yeah, I'm loud. And I got my out. That's my favorite lyric over there. I'm loud and what? You know what I mean? It doesn't give me chills, but I think it doesn't give me chills, but I was just all for giggles.
I love it, man.
But that lyric in particular, I don't know. I feel like it's just very like, it's so stupid, but it's like, yeah, I'm loud and I got what's what and what? You know what I mean? I think it's just a cute line. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's me. When I wrote that part, I was like, this is me. Like, my fans are gonna love that line.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Who's the last artist you screamed for as a fan?
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been to a lot of concerts because I'm always like on the road and stuff. But like, I saw Bruno Mars in Korea.
What'd you think?
Man, oh man. I mean, I was like, this is an artist. He has the whole package. Not only is a terrific singer, he plays all instruments. He does he's a comedian. he starts doing Korean. Like he goes to every country and speaks their language and like knows the culture and like he just has like I got the chills.
He's so good.
Like I wasn't screaming. I was just like marry me. I'm just kidding.
Play that
he
song
has a girlfriend, sorry, but like you know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
like it was the first time I was like, wow, like this is like usually you know when you watch people perform, you like scream and stuff, but I was like, my mouth was open. I was just like, I know every single one of his songs. His songs just make me want to like love. Like I felt the crowd. I don't even know the person next to me, and they're like, "Oh, Jessi," I'm like, "I love you." It's like it just. The crowd just became just such a we all like loved each other. Like I feel like that's why his music it just brings people together. Do you know what I mean?
He's fun. We've known Bruno for years. He's been through the iHeart LA for
yeah,
a long time now. And we've watched him grow, and he's just fun to hang with too.
Yeah.
And I think
I've heard.
I'm a big fan of Michael Jackson. I mean, he's, in my opinion, the GOAT.
Oh,
I think your
course.
reaction to this, I think Bruno, it's hard to say, but I think Bruno might be the closest, or this generation's Michael. There's a couple of artists in that world, but he might be this generation's Michael Jackson.
I
Your
mean,
take on that?
Bruno Mars. I mean, there's. I have a couple in my head, but I don't want to say because I don't want to get like
Yeah.
But Bruno Mars is probably one of the most authentic. Like that's just him. Like he has the whole package. Like I'm not even joking. And he's so funny. Like I see his interviews. I'm like, damn, what does he not have?
He's something.
And like his style too. He doesn't follow the trend. He's the trendsetter.
We need
a
Jessi Bruno collab.
I mean, listen.
Tell Bruno.
Can you
right
let
there.
him know?
Listen,
I don't do these little notes over here.
Bruno. Just food for
no,
thought.
but the thing is, we have a lot of mutual friends in terms of like producers and stuff. But like, I'm not the type to like, hey, can I get a track? Because I'm like, I want to respect them. Like,
Right.
I don't want to be like, oh my god, like a fangirl.
It's gotta be right. But if it
if
just
the
throw that
time
out there.
comes, like for sure. Like I was joking. I was like, maybe we could make Apatu too. But it's like I don't. That's Rose's song with Bruno.
Right.
But I'm like,
Yeah, great track,
like
yeah.
I feel like Bruno just can fit in any genre. He could make any song just sound great. And like
Agreed.
that's very, very. That's everyone can't do that. You know what I mean? But Bruno just has everything, man. He's just like. I don't want to make it sound like I'm in love with him. She's just as an artist. Like I saw him perform, my mouth was on the floor. Like I didn't even record. I was just like in the moment.
No kidding. That's a big sign right there.
And
Everybody-
his production, everything was just like, I was like, man, I gotta get on the production. I gotta do a production like this.
he's old school and a new school soul.
Yeah.
A new school body.
Absolutely.
All right, Jessi, you and I just met. You don't know this about me, but I am, and you're going to think I'm a little crazy here. I am obsessed with the paranormal. Ghost, haunted houses, all that stuff. I've been like this since I was a kid. I have a podcast called Paranormalish, which I do year-round. I talk to people who've had real paranormal encounters. I know, I see the look on your face. Have you ever had anything you would consider?
Wait.
You have
sir.
that look like you think I'm crazy.
Joe.
Yes.
Joe.
Yes.
When
yes.
you mean by paranormal, do you mean that you like this?
I love that.
You like that thrill,
I love
that.
the thrill of
being-
trying to find out what is on the other side. The thrill of talking to people who have had some experiences. I don't think we'll ever find out. We have our beliefs, but it's hard to say this for sure is what's happening. But I've talked to people who I think are very believable and credible that tell me stories that either they're lying or they're telling the truth, and I think they're telling the truth. So in a lot of cases, some people like to make up stuff, but some people don't. Have you ever had something you would consider a paranormal encounter?
I mean, listen, I'm Christian. I'm a child of God, but there are times.
Me too, which is why it feeds into it.
Right. Listen, I know there's ghosts out there. These are out there. These spirits are out there, and that's why that's why there's the devil, right? But sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, when I'm sleeping, and when you're super tired, you get what is that called when you kawi? When you're sleeping,
Sleep paralysis?
sleep paralysis.
Where you can't move. I've
Yeah.
heard of, yeah.
Okay, I've gotten that
That's
many
wild
times.
stuff.
But listen, I fought them.
What? No.
I remember so well. there was something dark, but I was probably sleeping, right? But I remember there was something dark, but I was a little scared because I was like, what the fuck, right? And it was like all three of them were looking at me. And then one of them came to me and was like, right? And I was like, but then you know how like in your sleep you can't move, right? So, but I was like, you. And then like, I don't know, in my sleep I was doing that because I'm like, I ain't scared of you. God got me. I ain't scared of you, but I was kind of low-key scared. But I was like, it was in the slowest motion, but it just, and then like I woke up. And like, listen, I've had times where I felt something, but you know, I'm like, it's something. I know something's there, but God is with me. You not coming near me.
That is the best sleep paralysis story I've ever heard.
Oh yeah.
And there are three. Some people think, and I won't get too far down this road. Some people think that sleep paralysis is, it's a sleep disorder of sorts, and some people think it's kind of in the paranormal space. And when you see those things,
right.
Some claim these are all theories, but some people claim that,
of course, we don't know. Yeah,
who knows,
yeah.
really? But they think that being, or in your case, 3 beings, they think those beings could be protecting you from going too far. Now, others think they're just evil, and that's probably why you fought them.
Right.
But some people think that if you go too far in a sleep paralysis type situation, real bad things could happen. So these scary things are stopping you from going over. I don't know if I buy that or not, but in your case, they seem pretty.
I mean, we don't know. We don't know why these things happen. We don't know why we have, sleep paralysis, whatever it's called. I get that a couple times, but I feel like I get it every time I'm super tired. So your muscles are aching, right? But so it could be like a little dream or something. I don't know. But I do believe that I do know that there's something out there. I feel sometimes when I don't feel like negative, but I know when there's times where incidents where I feel something. I can't see it, but I feel it.
Okay.
If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Let me give you my final question on the paranormal. You travel a lot of hotels. Would you?
There's one more story.
Okay.
You know that one hotel, Roosevelt.
Here in LA?
Okay, hear me out, man. Jojo.
I know of this place.
Okay,
I stayed there.
So someone told me I remember I went here for like a business trip, right?
Right.
And they put me in Roosevelt, and I said,
that hotel's got a history.
No, it's history. It's known. So I'm like, listen, I told my manager at the time, I was like, hey, and she's like, I know, Jess, this was the only place that was booked because it was super booked in LA, right? I was like, yeah, but I could have got an Airbnb or something, right? And she let me know that this was a thing. And I said, why you telling me this? Now I'm scared, right? But someone else texted me like, yo, you're at Roosevelt? Yo, that place is like haunted. I'm like, all right, guys, like just now I'm scared because like the interior stuff too. It's very like vintage, but it's like red and like there's like paintings and stuff. And now I'm like scared because I'm by myself, right? I couldn't sleep for 3 days, but I felt something, and it was real. I swear, and I'm never going back there again. I'm like, shout out to Roosevelt. I'm not like, but like I felt something. Those 3 days I couldn't sleep.
That place has a history. And I've stayed there once, and you feel like a heaviness. You feel like a thickness in the room.
No,
and maybe it's in my head. I don't know.
Everything, it's still the same. You know that, right? Like the hotel, they didn't like renovate it,
Nice.
so it's still like that hotel. You guys should sleep there today. Sleep there. Just hear me out. It's not that I was scared. Everybody was telling me, but I was like, okay, and I felt it. But you know what? I said, okay, all right, me, all right, whatever. But I didn't sleep, but it was very scary.
Okay, well, my next question was, would you ever consider requesting the haunted hotel room? But you've already done it, so.
I mean, no. Why? Why? Just live your life, man.
Dude, I went to the Roosevelt, and I said, I'm here to check in, and the guy behind the counter said, why did you request so and so room? And I said, well, that's because it's the haunted room. He goes, he said, I just wanted to hear you say that. And I stayed in one of the haunted rooms.
So, see, they all know.
They know.
Because they probably have.
They know.
Hey, sir, you should go to the Roosevelt tonight.
Doug,
just check it out. Just check it out.
Hey, final question, and I know you got something good for this one. Message to your fans. I know you love your fans.
I do. They're my babies. Like they're my mm, last thing. Like there's so many things I would say, but just overall, I just for me, I I love them obviously, and I'm so grateful for them, and I feel like they know that I always give 200% or more in everything that I do. I do my best. I gave my all, and I'm so grateful for them just to be there for me through thick and thin, and just being like my friend. I feel like they're my friends. I don't really have friends, so that I feel like they're my friends. So just thank you, and like they inspire me to sometimes because they look up to me, right? And like I always have this strong image, like, no, girl, you got this. And I empower them with my music. Like, no, be yourself. It's okay to, don't what everyone says. But at the same time, like sometimes I feel like I don't practice what I preach because I'm human too. I have moods. I have different emotions. Sometimes I feel good. Sometimes I feel like,
Yeah.
yeah. But like, I never want to show that side to them. But, you know, I feel like they know sometimes because like I'll be kind of like, usually I'm always so active on my like my Instagram and whatever, and like when I'm like kind of like disappearing, they know like something's weird, and like they just, especially last year, when for a year when I took a break, they were just flooding me with so much love and support, and just like, and that's when I really realized like I can't fall right now. Like I need to do this for my fans, like and like it makes me emotional because like they were there for me through a really hard time in my life. Like I've been through a lot, but I think this was the most personal, emotional time for me. And like I'm getting older too now, so like I've lived a long life, I've been through a lot. And like the fact that my fans in all different age ranges, they're like just supporting me and like just writing me all these messages and like just reassuring myself that I'm good, like it means so much to me, and like I'm just super thankful for them. And like this album is for you, and I'm gonna continue to just be the best and for them and be the best big sister that I can be. And and I love them, and I'm very grateful for them. I get really sentimental when I talk about this.
I think that's why people love you right there. That's it, in a nutshell.
Like for me, when I talk about my fans, like there's so many things I could say, but like it's just so much. That's why I would love to do a tour, because literally you're going to get 1 hour of singing and you're going to get 2 hours of talking. And I think that's why my fans, it's like when I do tour, they remember it so much, because it's not just I'm not just singing, hey, dancing. It's not just that. You get the real me. Like I'm talking to my fans, like I'm actually engaging with them. So it's really personal with me and my fans, and I appreciate them so much. And I think they always literally make sure that they remind me, Jess, you're a bad. Don't forget that. And like I'm like, I am. And they reassure me, and like who does that, and like I'm just so grateful for them. And like everything, this album is for them. Everything that I do is for them. Musically, everything that I do is for them. And I think that they always remind me not to give up, and they also remind me that I'm also human too. And I appreciate that so much.
Thank you for hanging out.
Aww.
Did you enjoy our little
I did. And like, yeah, now it's like a lot of emotions over here. It's like we went from paranormal to life, and then you make me all sad at the end. I want to give you an album because yeah, we have an album. This is actually we're not selling it. It's not a physical. We're not selling these. We actually just made this recently, just right when we got on the plane from New York. It just came out. So I wanted to give it to my fans and the people who support me, and people just like you, Jojo, like you. This is my album. Me and my friend and my partner, we worked really super hard on this, and this is just a PR, You cannot sell it on eBay, man.
I'm not gonna sell it. Wouldn't it be terrible if I did sell it on eBay? It'd be like, what kind of?
But you're not gonna. Is there a lot of JoJo's?
I
mean, you could.
There's a couple, I'm sure, but
if you open,
I'm not gonna sell it.
I mean, look, I know. If you do, I'll know. because I signed this. So this is my album. It literally shows you like all my moods, right? That's why I kind of made it look kind of crazy, you know? It's like a lot going on over here. It's Girls Like Me, Brand New Boots, Hell, Newsflash, Marry Me, PMS, Pretty Moose Wings, XOXO Jessi. And if you just look inside, it's just very, this is all kind of handwritten. Like Jebby's, this is my fan. It says thank you so much. And then, yeah, it's just a very like.
Thank you. God.
You know how like nowadays you don't really have like, remember back in the days we had like the CD stuff and like, it's cool to just have it, right? Yeah. But I thought that it was really important for me to like give it to the people like you, interviewing me, and like I appreciate you for taking your time to interview me.
Thank you for the same thing.
Did you have fun though?
God.
Was this the funnest one you had?
The funnest one ever.
Yeah.
I love how you're just kind of just spitfire. You're saying what's on top of your mind. You know, it's just, you're a living, breathing, fire-breathing, powerful woman, and you're just a lot of fun. You're not very guarded. You're just
no, I know I am very open, but like sometimes I gotta like tone it down a notch. But this is why I think, I feel like I can't change. It is like a lot of people can't do that, and that's why I do that for my fans, so that I can empower them to be themselves. Just be yourself. We live only one time. Be yourself. Jojo, be yourself.
Be myself.
Yeah. PMS, Pretty Moose Wings.
Thank you once again for hanging out.
Thank you, Jojo, for having me.
Now, at the end of every interview, I do a thing where I fist bump the artist. But when we do it, sparks have to fly. It can't be a typical bam and we're done. It's got to be pah. Like make some pah.
Can I do it hard then?
Don't.
Because I used to box.
Don't. Oh my God. Well, I'm afraid now.
I mean, like how do we make a spark? We just gotta like.
Okay,
ready? This end.
Fist bump to make it official.
Thank you for having me. Like iHeartRadio, I've been watching this since I was a kid. Like, why am I here?
You're here because you're freaking Jessi, and you got something to say.
Thank you.
And we're here to listen.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for having me.